Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm with MSCR Fitness, and this class is a strength training class. You will need at least one set of dumbbells or maybe some water bottles. And if you have a resistance band, you can grab that as well, but it's not necessary for class. You can totally do class without one. All right, we're going to get going with a warm-up. We're just going to begin marching in place. So we're going to do a little march. Get those arms pumping. We're going to plant those feet. We're going to get some arm circles. So not too big, just little arm circles forward. Get that shoulder range of motion going. Belly button to that spine. Nice planted feet. And we're going to reverse that circle, taking it back. Maintaining that good core. Keeping those hips squared to the front. And we're going to turn those toes and knees up. We're going to reach it up and over. Belly button to that spine. So bringing that forearm to that thigh. Maintaining good core contraction, just tipping in that torso. And we're going to take it over to the other side. So right arm coming up and over. Reaching it up. And we're going to bring it back in the center. Toes and knees forward, soften the back of that leg. We're going to take it down and across. Getting a nice little stretch out here. Bend those knees. Taking pressure and tension off the back of that leg. And remember, you don't have to touch that floor. You can just take it across. Do a little reach here. And then we're going to bring it back up in the center. Give a little march. So pump those arms. Plant those feet, arms circles forward. And we're going to circle it back, taking it back. Belly button to that spine. And we're going to turn toes and knees out, reach it up and over. And we're going to take it to the left, reaching up with that right arm. Toes and knees turned out here. Bringing it back in the center, toes and knees forward, taking it down and across. Belly button to that spine. And we're going to bring it back up in the center, give it a few marches. And we're going to do a big stretch up the middle. Excellent. All right, we're going to move on into our strength training at this point. So we are going to begin with a squat. So if you'd like to use weights here, you can bring weights to your chest. If you're omitting weights, you're just going to cross those arms over the chest. If you are using weights, we're going to bring those hands right to that chest. And we're going to pulse it down for 3. So toes and knees are pointing forward, feet hips distance or slightly wider. Now we're going to cross those hips back. So we're going to take it back. 1, 2, 3, press up, squeeze those glutes tight. Take it down. 2, 3, press up and squeeze. 3. And press. So if you're looking from the side, we really want to make sure that we press those hips back. Contracting those legs and glutes. And press. 8. Press. 9. Press. One last time. And 10. Excellent. All right. If we weren't using weights, we can go ahead and grab those weights now. We're going to move into bicep curls. Shoulders down away from those ears. Core in tight. We're going to bring it up in the middle. Keep those elbows in close to the body. Soften in those knees. Keeping that core in nice and tight, torso nice and tall. One last time. And we're going to bring it back down. Toes and knees turned out. Nice wide feet here. Belly button to that spine. If you'd like to add those weights, bring those weights right to those hips. Now we're going to take it down for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, press up and squeeze. Make sure your knees don't go past the toes here. We're keeping our torso nice and tall. Belly button to that spine. Press. 4. Keep that core in tight. 5. And press. 6. Press it up. 7. Press. 8. Really contract those quadriceps on the lift. 9. 10. Pressing it up. Excellent. Bring those feet in. Toes and knees pointing forward. We can take our feet hips distance or slightly wider. Lift those shoulders up. Press the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to hinge forward from the hips. From the side, it looks like this. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pressing it back for 1. 2, stopping those weights right by those hips. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it back. Excellent work. Go ahead and set those weights aside for a moment. Okay, so we're going to go into a curtsy squat. If you have bad knees, you're going to want to come back to just a regular squat. So toes and knees pointing forward, feet hips distance or slightly wider. So this is your modification. Taking it down here, you can bring your hands to your chest, or you can sweep those arms forward. That modified version. If you do have good knees, and you'd like to give it a shot, toes and knees are forward, feet hips distance apart. We're going to take our left foot back behind. Weight comes forward into that front heel. So we want to be able to lift that back toe easily, keeping that weight forward. So we're really targeting those glute muscles in that front leg. So we're going to take it side to side. 2. Weight forward. 3, hands to those thighs. A little extra back support. 4. 5. Keep that core in. 6, torso nice and tall. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Excellent work. Bringing it back to center. Go ahead and grab those weights. Back the hands facing forward. Belly back to that spine. Lift your shoulders up. Roll your shoulders down away from those ears. Back the hands facing forward. Drawing it up. Making sure not bending at that wrist. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it down. Taking those feet about hips distance. Just letting those weights hang at your side. Core is tight, bring it to the side. Working those oblique muscles. So we should just take it to the point of tension here in our torso, bringing it back to center, and taking it to the left. Belly button to that spine. Keeping that core in nice and tight. Making sure I'm not twisting in that torso. Keep those hips nice and square to the front. Keep those shoulders open to the front. Keep that core in. 5. So we're not doing anything with those arms. We're just hanging there, holding those weights. 6. Maintain that good core contraction. 7. 8. 9. And one last time to each side. Don't cheat. You have to go to both sides. Bringing it back to center. Excellent work. All right. So from here, we're going to bend those elbows 90 degrees. So from the side, looks like this. We're going to have those palms facing one another. If it's better for you to have your arms just straight, you can feel free to do that as well. We're going to bend the elbows 90 degrees. We're going to press it out. You want to have a nice flat arm here. We don't want the weight to drop down. We don't want that elbow to drop down. So we want to have nice flat arms like airplane wings. If we were doing this with a straight arm, it would look like this. And bringing it down, okay? So you choose that option that feels good for you. And then move through that movement, working those deltoid muscles on the calf of that shoulder. Take it out for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it down, bringing those arms back down, palms facing our outer thighs, thumbs facing forward. We're going to go back to that standing core work, so we're going to tip it to the side. Working those oblique muscles on the sides of our torso. Taking it for 2. Keeping that core in nice and tight. 3. Remember, just take it to the point of tension in that side, and then bring it right back to center. Making sure that we're drawing those core muscles in nice and tight, really targeting those abdominals. 5. Keep that core in. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bringing it back to center. Excellent work. All right, we're going to take it back to the top of that step. So we're going to come back to our squats. So feet hips distance apart or slightly wider if that feels better for you. Toes and knees are going to be pointing forward. If we're omitting the weights, we're just going to cross left hands right across that chest. If we're using weights, we're going to press those weights together right at the chest. Belly button to the spine from the side. We would press those hips back. Keeping that core engaged, keeping our chest nice and lifted. So we're looking out in front, belly button to that spine, and then we're going to add that pulse. 2, 3, press it up and squeeze. Take it 2. Keep that core in nice and tight. 3. Don't forget to smile here, your body loves this. 4. Press. 5. Keep that core in. Press. 6. And press. 7. Press. 8. Press. 9. Press. And 10. Press it up. Excellent. Bring those weights down. We're going to find that bicep hammer curl. Thumbs facing forward. Soften in your knees. Shoulders down away from those ears. Then bring it up for 1. Keeping those elbows in close to your body. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it down. We're going to step those feet wide. Toes and knees turned out. Nice wide stance. We can bring weights to those hips or we can set those weights aside. Finding that option that feels good. We're going to do a little pulsing plie squat here. Take it down. 1, 2, 3. Press up. Squeeze those legs nice and tight. And press. 3. Keep that core in tight. 4. Press. 5. Press. 6. Press. 7. Press. 8. Press. 9. Press. And 10. Press it up. Excellent work. Bringing those feet in. Taking our feet hips distance. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. Hinging forward from the hips. Press it back for 1. 2. Tummy tight. 3. Belly button to that spine. 4. Soften in your knees. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. and 10. Bringing it back up. Excellent work. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and set those weights aside. We're going to come into our curtsy squat. Remember here, if you have bad knees, to come into a regular squat, toes and knees pointing forward, just finding a regular squat position. If you have strong, happy knees, you can take your feet hips distance apart, toes and knees pointing forward, then taking that left leg back behind. Remember, we want to keep that weight forward into the front heel here, so we really target those glutes. This is a great exercise for the saddlebags. Keep that core in. I should say diminishing the saddlebag. Six. Keep that core in. 7. 8. 9. 10. Bring it back up. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and grab those weights again. Shoulders down away from those ears. Feet hips distance or slightly wider, tipping it to the side. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it back up. All right. Excellent work. All right, from here, we are going to move into our upright row. Back of the hands facing forward, shoulders down away from those ears. We're going to draw it up for 1. Taking those elbows up nice and high. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bringing it down. All right, bringing those feet in slightly, toes and knees pointing forward, palms facing our outer thighs. We're going to tip it to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep that core in, and 10. Bring it back to center. Excellent work. We're going to bend those elbows 90 degrees, or if you prefer, you can keep those arms extended at your sides. We're going to roll those shoulders down away from those ears. Bend the elbows 90 degrees, then we're going to press out for 1. Remember, we want to take nice airplane arms here. Take them out nice and level with those shoulders. 3, working those deltoid muscles on the calf of that shoulder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Bringing those arms down, thumbs facing forward, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to take it to the side for 1. And left. Keep that core in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back to center. Excellent work. All right, we're going to set those weights aside. We're going to come down to our mat. Make sure that you have your weights near you and that you have your band, if you have a band with you. Remember, the band is optional. If you do not have a band, no worries. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side here. Hopefully that will help you to see what is going on the floor here. All right, so we are going to begin actually doing push-ups. So I'm going to show a modification for push-ups here quickly. In case you can't be up on those hands. If you can't be on your hands, you can always grab your weights and come on down to your mat and just do a pec press right here. Bringing those weights down, press the legs up, okay? And if we're okay with push-ups, of course we can either be on our toes, we can be on our knees, or we can bring those knees right underneath those hips, keeping the weight forward into those palms. So find that option that works good for you. I'm going to show a modified version here on the knees. And we're going to take it down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and just do a quick stretch back. Sitting back on those heels, getting a nice stretch. All right, come on up to sitting. If you have a band, you're going to grab that band. What we're going to do is we're going to cross it over. So we're going to make a little circle with our band, kind of like this, okay? We're going to wrap it around our right foot. We're going to grab on where that band crosses with our left hand. We have a tendency here to have our torso twist toward that right leg. We want to square those shoulders up to the front before we go into our movement. Belly button to the spine. And if we don't have a band, we're just going to bring hands behind those knees, taking it back, and we'll reverse it up here. Okay? So if we're holding on to that band, it's around our right foot. We're holding on with our left hand. Square those shoulders up to the front, and we're going to take a little reverse it up here. Belly button to the spine. Slow and controlled here. Keeping that nice long spine, like somebody has a string tied at the top of our head and is drawing it up toward that ceiling, getting that nice length in our spine. 5, keep that core in tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to bring it back to center. We're going to grab that band, just take it over to that left foot. We're going to bring that band to the right hand. So just grabbing on where it crosses over. Belly button to the spine, square your shoulders to the front. Again, if we're not using the band, hands come behind those knees. We're going to take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep that core in tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back up. Excellent work. All right, we're going to bring that down to the side, and we're going to come back to our push-ups, or lying on our back for that pec press if it does not work for you to be on your hands. So, finding your perfect push-up position, whatever that might be, on your knees, on your toes, or on your back. Core in tight, contracting legs and glutes as well. We're going to take it down for 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and sit back on those heels for just a moment. Get a little stretch through those shoulders and chest and back. Now we're going to come back to sitting, grabbing that band if we have one, crossing that band over, making that circle, bringing that circle around the right foot. And if we're not using that band, hands come back behind the knees. Belly button to that spine, taking it back. Squaring those shoulders to the front. 2, 3, belly button to that spine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it back up, taking that circle to the other foot, so bring it to that left foot this time. Bring the right hand to the band. Square your shoulders up. If we're not using the band, hands come behind those knees. Taking it back for 1, 2, 3, keep that core in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it back up. All right. Go ahead and set that band aside. We are going to take it down to our mat. Before we do that, maybe grab a sip of water. All right. We are going to grab onto our weight, and we're going to take it down to our mat. We're going to do a lat pull over here. So before we go down, we're either going to hold on to one weight, holding on to both ends of that weight, or we're going to grab both weights, pressing those weights together, palms facing one another. So we're going to find the option that feels good for us, depending on what we have available. And we're going to take it on down. We're going to have our knees bent, feet are flat on that mat. We're going to press the weights up above the chest. We're going to find a little soft bend in those elbows, and then we're going to hinge from the shoulders over the top, finding our lat pull over, and then pressing back up. Belly button to the spine, taking it down, pressing up. And 3. Keep that core in nice and tight. And 4. Keep that core in. 5. Hovering those hands over the floor. 6. Keep that core in. 7. 8. 9. Belly button to the spine, and 10. Bringing it back up. Bringing those weights down. Go ahead and set those weights aside. We're going to roll over onto our right side. Okay, so we're going to come up to that right side. We're going to bring those feet and knees together. We're bending those knees. Our knees come out sort of in front. We're going to bring those feet back so that they're in alignment with those hips. So belly button to the spine here, we're going to come into a clamshell. So we're going to lift our feet up. If we need to, we can keep those feet down. So we just have to monitor how we're feeling in our body. So belly button to that spine, and then we're going to lift that leg up. 1, 2, and if you'd like some extra resistance here, bring that weight midway between the hip and the knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it down. We're just going to roll over to the other side. I'm going to take it a little bit differently to the other side, just so that I can continue to face you. So just taking it to the opposite side. We're going to get ourselves all lined up here. Bringing it down on that hand. We're going to bring those feet back in alignment with those hips. We're going to lift those feet up. If we want that resistance, we can place it midway between the hip and the knee. Belly button to that spine, then pressing out for 1, 2, keep that core in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it back to center. Go ahead and roll to your back. We're going to catch some core work now. So go ahead and lay back on your mat. Bring hands behind the head. Elbows wide, chin up off the chest. We're going to take those feet just outside of that mat. Maintaining our good core contraction. Elbows are wide, chin up off the chest. If you're wondering if you have any space between chin and chest, making a fist here, placing that fist between chin and chest, so that when we lift that head up, we don't bring that chin right down to that chest. This is a nice, safe way of knowing whether or not you're in the right alignment. And if we take that hand out, we bring that chin all the way to the chest. It puts way too much pressure on that neck. So focus your gaze above that ceiling, keeping the elbows up nice and wide. Core in tight. And we're going to take it right and left. Lead with the shoulder, not with the elbow. So keeping those elbows up nice and wide. Exhaling as you press it up. Inhaling as you press it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back to center. All right, from here, we're going to bring those knees up, finding our tabletop. Belly button to that spine. Spine gently pressing into that mat and pressing up in the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extending our legs long. Flexing those feet, belly button to the spine, reach it up and across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent work. Bringing it down. Go ahead and extend your legs long. Bring your arms up above your head. Get a little stretch there. Get some oxygen back into those muscles. Deep breath in. All right, bending those knees up. We're going to help ourselves up to sitting. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. Bringing it back up to the center. Excellent. We're going to come back to our reverse sit-up, with or without that band. So if we're not using that band, again, we're going to bring those hands behind those knees. If we are using the band, we're crossing it, making a nice little circle. Bringing that band to the left hand. Squaring those shoulders up to the front, belly button to that spine. And we're going to take it back for 1. Keep that core in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it back up. Taking it to the other side. Bring that right hand to the band, squaring those shoulders up to the front. And of course, if we need to, we can bring hands behind the knees. Taking it back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back to center. Go ahead and set that band aside. We're going to go into our lat pullovers again next. So if you're using one weight, hands come to either end of the weights. Otherwise, we can grab 2 weights, palms facing one another. We're going to lower ourselves down to the mat, leveraging those weights up, pressing the weights up above that chest. We have our knees bent, feet are flat on our mat, drawing the core in nice and tight, maintaining that soft bend in your elbows and trying not to overgrip those weights. We're going to take it down, hinging from those shoulders, then pressing it back up in the center. Maintaining that good core contraction, making sure that those ribs are not popping up off of that mat. We want to have a gentle pressure of that spine against the floor. Keep that core in tight. And 5, 4, keep that core in. 3, hover those hands over the floor. 2, keep that core in. And 1, pressing back up. Go ahead and bring those weights down. Excellent work. All right, we are going to bring those hands behind the head, elbows wide, chin above the chest. Feet flat on that mat. Maintain that good core contraction, and then we're gonna move into that crunch, taking it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now take it right and left. Lead with the shoulder, not with the elbow. So keeping those elbows up nice and wide, continuing to focus that gaze up at the ceiling. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back to center. Bring those knees up into tabletop. Press up in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extend those legs long. Reach it up and across. Keep one hand behind that head. Belly button to that spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it down. Go ahead and bring those feet back to the mat. Extend your legs long for a moment. Bring your arms up above your head, and then allow your back to arch gently off the mat. So we really are arching that back just gently, getting a nice opening through that core. Okay, then we're going to roll over to our right side. We're going to come back to our clamshell here. So stacking the knees, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet here. We have our knees bent. We're going to bring our feet up so that they're in alignment with our hips. Belly button to that spine. If we'd like to have resistance, we can bring that weight midway between the hip and the knee. And we're going to lift our feet up. If we need to, we can keep the feet down on that mat. We're going to open it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Writing it down. Excellent work. We're going to take it to the other side. One last set of these. And then we get to stretch. That's going to be the favorite part, right? All right. So we're going to bring that down. Get ourselves all set up. Lining those feet up with those hips. We're going to lift those feet up off that mat. If you'd like that extra resistance, placing the weight midway between the hip and the knee. We're going to press it up for 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it down. Excellent work. All right, we're going to help ourselves up to sitting. We're going to find a little stretch here. So sitting up nice and tall. Finding your comfortable seated position with your legs are crossed, your legs are extended in front. We're going to reach it up and over, extending out through the right fingertips. And if we'd like, we can take it down to that elbow, getting a little bit deeper stretch. Keep those hips down on the mat. And just take that nice stretch all the way down the right side, keeping that chest nice and open to the front. And we're going to bring it back up. We're going to take it over to the other side, extending out through the left fingertips this time, pressing down through that hand, pressing down through that forearm, maintaining that little energy in the upper body. And we're going to bring it back to center. Fingertips and on those knees. We're going to hinge forward from the hips, getting a nice stretch through those hips and outer thighs. Lengthening through the spine here. And we're going to bring it back up. We're going to take that right leg out to the side. We're going to get a little stretch here for our inner thighs. So deep breath in, lengthening through that spine. On the exhale, we're going to walk those hands forward slightly, just till we feel that tension on that inner thigh muscle. And of course, if we're more flexible, we can walk those hands out a little bit further. Getting a little bit deeper stretch here. Finding that option that feels good for you. Nice stretch in the inner thigh. And we're going to left leg out to the side. Deep breath in, lengthening your back spine. And the exhale, walking those hands forward. And we're going to walk ourselves back up. Bring it back in. We're going to take a deep breath in. Deep breath in, bring those arms up. One last time just for fun. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Have a great afternoon.